Oh, interesting. Shout out here to Lenovia in the chat over here. Apparently, PartinG and Cure have had a lot of history on ladder.
Uh
Most of it involving four-gate blink.
huh. Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't look like that series got casted in English, PartinG versus Cure. But it's possible that that also came to fruition because they did just face each other. So PartinG has at least warmed up for this matchup.
But again, it's going to be a bit of a tough ask here. A player who's quite a bit different. But till then, we're going to be on Oxide LE as we oxidize and as we brief forward. We have here in the top right corner of the map the blue Protoss player coming down from South Korea. He is currently teamless, but he's big. We have PartinG.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Afrika Freaks. It is TY.
Stun goes up.
And PartinG goes down. That's typically how it goes when it comes to whoever goes up against TY. And oh my god, TY already starting things off being a little bit cheeky.
And he's actually getting the perfect eBay block. We don't often see that from Terran players. So I put it a little bit off pixel so that it's that much more annoying.
Look at that, just perfectly within the square, within the confines. And yeah, we'll see what PartinG does here. Again, like to be fair, I haven't casted a lot of PartinG in recent months. Again, since he last played in the ESL Open Cup Asia. So yeah.
And PartinG's definitely also been, well, for PartinG standards anyway, taking a break. He still competes in a lot of weekly events, but I think he sort of came out with this guideline for himself where he doesn't want to play in literally every tournament that's going on. He would much rather choose what he's able to do.
Yeah. He picks and he chooses, and again, like he does typically play in the ESL Open Cup NA, and of course he does have a much higher chance on like winning those as well because there are like there are a couple of heavy hitters. I know Zest does wake up early for them, but again, not the majority of the Koreans.
Certainly not TY, who also only occasionally plays in ESL Asia.
Definitely. Oh boy, so we'll see if this is gonna go similarly to earlier this year in GSL, or if PartinG can bring it back here and redeem himself at the end of the year.
Well, already getting a little bit annoyed there, forced to sort of make that zealot, but does give PartinG a little bit of an opportunity to apply some pressure on TY, ideally maybe delay a building or two. As unlikely as that sounds, that's best case scenario, I think.
Yeah, at the moment it is, trying to look for that SCV, but it looks like the SCV has been able to avoid the Zealot.
He juked him! He left a fake trail!
He did, so he will be able to come back home. Meanwhile, this Zealot, again, it shouldn't deal too much damage at all. It'd be insane if it does. I mean, there are these Hellions that are looking for it, and they do find it.
Right, over there. So TY kind of revealing his hand, but again, not relying too much on the surprise factor. Actually going for how many barracks is he on now? 2 racks. Looks like he's going for the 3 racks.
Ooh.
Potentially.
We shall see as he is prioritizing getting that tech lab on the racks. Looking to hit a big buyer timing. Meanwhile, PartinG is playing this pretty standard. I say pretty standard. To be fair, PartinG is kind of known for his Blink Stalker control.
Easily the most famous aspect of PartinG. Well, aside from his stream persona, but yeah, his Blink micro is kind of why a lot of people, consider him to have the best micro in StarCraft 2, at least for Protoss.
Yeah, currently. I mean, obviously back in the day, I say back in the day, maybe 3 years ago, CJ Hero was also known for his Blink Stalkers as well. So you could argue, who had the better one. It would have been cool to like put them together or like face them off against each other in like a micro battle or something like that. But yeah, he is definitely known for it. We'll see how he can use it, especially since we do have that stim timing hitting quite fast.
TY went for 2-on-1?
Oh yeah. Oh boy. So, and to be fair, PartinG, he does scout this with the Observer.
Yeah, really important to take note of. Confirms that there isn't a third Rax going on here. So he knows that TY wants to hit with those medevacs, wants to boost them over for a drop. And again, Blink, that is just about what you want as a Protoss player, to be able to deny that.
Oh yeah.
It's a very versatile upgrade.
Definitely, you know, as long as he's in position, you know, to try and encounter or, you know, intercept the drop, then it's going to be amazing for PartinG to deal with. If his army is a bit out of position, then things can get a little bit scary, but PartinG definitely has the tools at his disposal to hold here.
Yeah, and really starting to make use of them. Just making sure that these Hellions can't get any pressure or any scouting done.
You know what? Stim is done.
Sim is done. Second medevac on its way. And TY doing a decent job here of just sort of dragging these Stalkers away from that base. But now that PartinG knows where the army's at, he's moving his Stalkers back in position, just trying to chip away at this Marine force before they can get too much done. Remember, Stalkers do outrange Marines for quite a bit, but Stim, it's a little bit of an equalizer.
Yeah, definitely. Like, as you pointed out, PartinG, he had full vision of this army moving out, so he was able to position his Stalker army to intercept it, so he does pick away at the at the Marines, and yeah, TY, he gets forced back.
Yeah, forces send these Marines all the way back home. Hot pickup. Well, it's not that hot. That wasn't too much pressure.
Oh, and you know what? TY, he does scan, he does spot the Colossus as well. I believe he also saw him moving out. I mean, regardless, he does see the Stalkers active out on the map.
And this is the tell right now for TY. Might not have confirmed the Colossus, but knows that he needs to defend. And it's a little bit tricky here when, you know, you're forced all the way back into your natural base like this. You know, TY, he's well aware that PartinG can blink up into his main with some high ground vision, can assault his natural.
Yeah.
So he really needs to spread out his tanks, his defenses.
Well, I was about to say, both tanks are in the natural. There is no tank in the main.
And just like that, PartinG is going to be able to take out an add-on. Getting in. Oh, that Colossus is very exposed.
Oh, God, it is.
Why? He's focusing it, but not quite enough DPS with these Marines. Tanks come down, though, but PartinG retreats. Just spots that Overseer at the edge of the scan. Overseer, Observer.
Yeah, in the end, the Observer does go down. PartinG does keep his Colossus alive, and he did shave off quite a number of Marines. 22 Marines went down there, so he traded efficiently. And oh God, the army's out of position.
The army is a little bit out of position. Remember, with Colossus, they can just walk up the ramp and provide the high ground vision here for the Stalkers. Lone Viking trying to see what can get done, but chased away by the Stalkers! What's that going down with the meta?
Wow, when the tank does go down, the Viking gets picked off as well. So PartinG, he's doing so well out here, still keeping both his Colossus alive. The majority of his Stalkers, he's just been able to find so much damage. And TY, he wanted to move out minutes ago. Like, he kept going for these timings +1 finish as well. He wanted to leave that base, but he's just forced to stay home because of PartinG.
Imagine if these Marines are still alive, if those tanks were still alive, that's Viking. How much more potent would this push be for TY?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, was even forced to pull a couple of boys there, and it looks like, oh, he does pick off one Colossus, but another joins the fray.
PartinG was not expecting at all to win the game with that push out, but now he very well could.
Oh, the Vikings do snipe. Yeah, the Vikings do snipe one of the Colossus, so with that only one remains, so it's going to be difficult for PartinG to really close the game out. But regardless, like, he has been trading so efficiently, and there's barely anything here from TY. Like, this tank is looking quite vulnerable. Yo, PartinG can just blink on top of it.
There we go. I really love the usage there of the shrubbery, making sure that that tank could not get vision of Stalkers as it moved in. And TY does chase us away, but again, just has his Warpins available to him once more. Charge finished up a while ago, +1 weapons. Just now going to be potentially nailing the coffin here for TY. PartinG does have to be careful. His Colossus is very low on health. It can always be picked off when it's exposed like that.
It is, especially because TY, he does just barely squeeze out another tank as well to try and support this army, but charge is done, and yo, like, this is looking like too much here. TY, he unsieges. Oh,
Yeah, has to get a little bit closer, but every time he unsieges, that's just another opportunity for PartinG to blink in just like that. Was there a charge there, or did TY just attack his own tank?
There were charge-outs there. There were charge-outs.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. And there we have it. GG is called. PartinG will be taking game number 1 with some very good micro, very good use of map vision, and decisive push-outs.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like TY, every single time he tried to leave his base to go across the map, PartinG was just there, ready to go into the main base of TY, kind of, you know, again, like, abused the fact that TY wasn't really aware of the army positioning of PartinG, and wow, PartinG takes game number 1.
It just goes to show you how key vision is here. Especially, in general, but especially when you're going for this blink opening style.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And I gotta say, you know, TY, he did show us something a little bit different there, going for a 2-on-1, not quite working out. Are we gonna see something a bit more standard, or are we just gonna see TY continue to do TY things and show something just slightly off meta, you know, like a variant of the current meta for TVP?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what TY normally does. He's not unorthodox, he just puts his own spin on the meta.
He definitely can. He definitely can. And we'll see what transpires here. Again, as a reminder, this is the qualifying match. The winner of this series qualifies for the main event. And
it's looking like it's going to be this player here in the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura LE. We're in the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way to the top left-hand corner. We have the blue Protoss player coming out from South Korea. He is currently teamless, but mate, he's already making it happen. We have the big boy. We have PartinG.
I'm glad you picked it up because I didn't know how to end that sentence without talking about one of the players. I was like, oh god, what have I done? It's spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Death Aura LE. We have the South Korean Terran player, the best Terran currently the best Terran in all of the world. We have representing a Freak of Freaks. It is TY.
And he was on a roll tonight. 2-0 go. Well, okay, no, 2-1 go Joey. Okay, never mind. Yeah, TY not in form. Check washed up.
In the best form he's ever been. I mean, he looked dominant against Dream in that TvT. Like that was not close whatsoever. Like, I mean, to be fair, game 2 was like, you know, kind of back and forth more so than game 1, but TY was very dominant in that series. In game 1 so far, like he was struggling a little bit.
Definitely was, and I don't know, part of me just wants to chalk that down to build order loss, but I feel like that might also be the part of me that is, you know, looking at TY and saying, nah, there's no way he could lose here.
Well, it's one of those things where you brought it up, you were like surprised that TY was going for a 2-on-1, and it's something you don't see too often, right? And
especially not in the TVP.
Yeah, it's it's crazy. It's very unorthodox, and as a result, like it kind of got abused. Like it suffered from the fact that PartinG went for those Blink Stalkers. Like TY, he wanted to go for an early drop, but like he never got a chance to. Like the Marines, they got caught in the center of the map by the Blink Stalkers. He was forced to stay at home for defense. Because he went for the 2-on-1 as well, like his tank count was a lot lower. So he didn't really have them in position to defend his main and his natural, like, yeah.
And now we'll see. When the start of series, my eyes were really on PartinG to see, you know, how he switched things up, because again, I really don't think you can play standard against TY right now. But for now, in game number 2, my eyes are on TY.
Exactly, because what PartinG did, it's not like PartinG did anything crazy against TY in game 1. What PartinG did was standard. Like, it was just Blink Stalker play. To be fair, what was very aggressive was the fact that he went straight into Colossus and reinforced the Blink Stalkers with those Colossus. That was, like, you know, really nice to see from PartinG. A little bit, you know, it is his own spin on things. But, yeah, TY, he is looking to play this a little bit more standard. We do see he is going for some drops.
Heck yeah!
You're like, show me the armory.
Show me that army. Nah, I mean, PartinG is going for that robo and going for something else behind that as well. Ah, that's in the perfect place to get scouted.
I mean, that's okay. So PartinG, he's whipping out the DTs. He's like, okay, game 1, I'm gonna go blink stalkers. I'm gonna, do what I do best. Now here in game 2, I'm gonna try and catch my opponent off guard. We'll see if he's gonna be able to do so, as well as have enough to defend at home, because we do have a medevac on the way. I imagine we're gonna be, seeing some of these widow mines head across the map, or just everything.
Actually, just gonna be using it for defense here. TY going for another Hellion drop. No, actually, what?
Yeah, he's
a mine marine drop.
Yep. There was only one mine, barely any Hellions as well. It looks like, so we've seen this before where like you try and go for some multi-prong. We'll see if he tries to pull away the army, then slip in with his Hellions, or if he just comes in together with everything.
You know what? I like it.
Oh, but this gets spotted, kind of.
And War Prism just barely out of view here for TY. He may have seen that, but it's not looking too likely. The medevac comes in with the Marines and with the mine.
Oh, God.
Does open up the wall, and that's the probes going down. A lot of them do fall, and the DT's kind of getting shown here if, if TY sort of notices, wait, why are my units dying a little bit quicker than they should?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he does see the shimmer, he does hear the swipe. Meanwhile, at the same time, we do have DTs in the main base of TY, but there is a scan available.
There is, been saving that for a while here.
Oh, God.
And started step on top of the War Prism, unable to take it out, but the Viking will take it out there. Another scan available will clean out the DTs in the main base here for TY. In the end, PartinG losing a lot more workers, but getting out of there with more workers. TY, he didn't really need to lose much to get behind.
Jesus, I'm so surprised that despite losing 16 probes, PartinG is still ahead in the probe count.
Wow.
What?
That's an entire mineral line that TY just eliminated. And PartinG is still ahead, and not by an insignificant amount, mind you.
He's
earlier
ahead by...
it was, what, 22 versus 31?
Exactly, like PartinG, he's ahead by almost 10. On top of that, like he did force a couple of scans, so that's even less mules being used by TY. I thought the economy was going to be in shambles for PartinG, and I hope he doesn't, think he's further behind than he really is, because again, in terms of the worker count, he's on fire right now. Meanwhile, TY, he is working on his 3rd base, so I was thinking that maybe TY was cutting corners to like push out across the map, but he's still investing into that 3rd.
I'm honestly kind of speechless right now. Like, I cannot believe what I'm looking at. We did think that this was going to be a interesting series. We did think that, we were going to get something a little bit... TY has nothing to drop. TY! You have nothing to drop!
Oh, he fakes him out! He did it! He forced the drones, the probes to pull away.
Yeah. That lost second of mining time. That is how TY equalizes the worker count.
I mean, it helps. Like, TY has to do what he can with the little that he has, and already, like, he was able to force a bit of a reaction from PartinG, failing that game of chicken, if you will. That was really nice to see.
I would love it if he just continues to do that with an empty medevac like 2 or 3 more times, and then finally he comes in with 4 mines.
Exactly. Oh god. Meanwhile, I think maybe they saw each other, the Raven and the War Prism. We'll see if we do have a couple of units warped in for defensively for PartinG. Meanwhile, PartinG, he's just working, up to that army composition that he's used to with Blink Stalkers, with Colossus.
Yeah, very well-rounded Protoss army. Gonna be able to cover most of the boxes here to sort of counter what the Terran player is going for. As you said, TY just trying to do what he can with what little he's got. So 4 Marines, that's gotta help him out as much as possible here. Frees up the auto turret, only getting 2 probes though. Yeah,
again, there are a bunch of lost mining time here for PartinG. Dream just, doing what he can as he is still behind 10 workers, but nicely done. He goes in again, no mining whatsoever at this natural.
Forces the cancel there on the shield battery. Just a tad annoying here for PartinG.
Yeah, definitely. As we do see TY, as all this has been happening, he is working on his upgrades, working on his production as well, finally looking to land his 3rd.
And I can definitely help him out to start catching up. I mean, PartinG is still... He was able to get his third base up a while ago. Still pumping out those, or should be pumping out those Pro Tools soon. But getting those extra mules, those extra SCVs in production, it helps out.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, like, he hasn't really been able to utilize those DTs as much as he would have liked. Again, he just forced like a single scan. Really, he was able to defend with them, but yeah, we'll see if they get incorporated later on as the game progresses. You know, as you expand more, it becomes a little bit more difficult to defend your fringed bases. Maybe he just uses them to incorporate a couple of Archons in his main army.
And a world of possibility at his fingertips, or at least a country of possibility, if not the world. Yeah, but players just really wanting to focus on your armies right now. Neither of them confident in pushing out. Yeah, he still needs a couple of upgrades here on the Twilight Council. Like, TY still needs this 1-1.
For the most part, it makes sense for TY, right? Like, he came out further behind, you know, from the early game, so he's been kind of turtling up for the most part, trying to secure his third base. I'm just surprised. I'm a little bit concerned. Like, PartinG, he's pushing across the map, and I feel like that's kind of what TY wants. He wants PartinG to push into him.
Oh, without a doubt, this is not an army for TY that can really contest PartinG offensively. He needs PartinG to move into those, you know, those siege up tanks. He needs those chargelets to kind of waste themselves before the Colossus can move in and deal much damage. TY now going for the counter push. Does not see this army! Loses a lot of the Marines over there. Beautiful force fields blocking the escape. And again, TY, he has to rely on these tanks, and PartinG's not allowing him to.
Exactly. Beautiful force fields, as you said, able to shave off the majority of those Marines. And wow, after that, TY, he's not feeling it. He goes back home.
Tail between his legs here. He has so many tanks here in a TVP. Does he commit to making them? Okay, he stopped making tanks a little while ago.
Yeah,
honestly, trying to get his.
And honestly, I feel like this is better for PartinG, because honestly, TY's army was quite scary. Like, with the amount of Vikings he has, with the Raven as well for interference matrix, it felt like there wasn't too much to really protect those Colossus. But in the end, TY, he, you know, again, he wasn't feeling too confident. He does turn back. That's going to allow PartinG enough time to get his Storm.
Indeed, it will. To be fair, TY, he is working on his Ghost 2. Doesn't quite have the Seismic Shock upgrade for his EMP, though. So
yeah,
it will take a little while.
The Academy is done. Ghosts are on the way for those EMPs. But, you know, PartinG, he is aware of that, so his High Templar are safely within that War Prism, looking to be dropped whenever he needs to storm.
Yeah, it's a neat little trick that Protoss players can do, but none of them do it as consistently as PartinG. It's a little bit scary, though. TY has committed to getting those Vikings out, so, yeah, one misclick on War Prism, and that's a whole volley of Viking missiles taking out the Storm.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we do see TY is pushing out across the map, and PartinG does spot the main army with his Zealots.
So he's starting to push in. TY is aware of this with his sensor tower, focusing on that barracks. Is able to get the Liberator up, not losing too much here. Just the barracks and a little bit of Marines.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that. Otherwise, PartinG, he would have just been penned in at that third base location, would have been committed to the engagement, and yeah, he just didn't want to be caught in that situation. Does back off.
You might be too used to casting patience here, like.
Did I say patience instead of PartinG?
No, because you were like, if PartinG did that, he would have been penned in. I was like, that reminds me of someone.
True.
Oh, that reminds me of a game we casted recently.
Yo, that High Templar. Oh,
this one Templar. It's on the high ground, so unspotted, but did leave it vulnerable to these tanks. And PartinG, I mean, the storms were decent, but nowhere near enough to deter TY here. That Raven was building up energy, does have just enough for 2 Colossus.
There we go, it is maxed out. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, TY does have the breathing room to expand and take his own 4th base as well. PartinG is just forced to defend for the most part, and now he's switching up his tech, and now he has all 3 forms of AoE. He has his Colossus, his Disruptors, his High Templar.
Yeah, the triangle of AoE here for the Protoss player. Each of them having a completely different counter.
Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, like, it does also require an insane amount of control to be able to utilize all 3 of them effectively. Of course, PartinG, he's one to do so.
He definitely is. TY trying to set up a surround here, trying to come in from 3 different angles. Good storms. And actually the ghost really not occupied, the other one. Exposed over there. Surrounded by the zealots, were able to be taken out. Only 1 left with 1 EMP.
I was about to say, literally only 1 ghost left. Like, now would be the opportunity for PartinG to dive in with his charge loss with only 1 EMP available. But in the end, PartinG, he's content with just denying the 5th base.
Yeah, for now, anyway. Get some pretty high value out. TY about to be maxed out once again, but with less ghosts this time.
Oh, meanwhile, the DTs are pulling TY apart a little bit. Blink is done for those DTs.
Yeah, I can always just sort of dive in, take out a couple of SCVs, and dive right on out.
Interesting.
Avoiding the Liberators here.
Yeah, interesting High Templar position as well.
Oh, it's a flanking Templar.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, definitely.
Here, and then one does get taken out. Still a couple of storms ready. Good anti-armor, does take out just cover just about the entire Protoss army. Here's the freaking Templar! TY was not expecting that, and he pays the price for it. Raven getting sniped.
Oh my god, the juiciest storm coming out there from behind for PartinG. And sure, his main army does get anti-armor missile, but you know what? It has run out. Now PartinG is looking for more, right? There's barely any left here. He's going in with his disruptors.
He knew exactly what he was doing. PartinG did. Comes in, denies the tanks. Not getting as much damage as he'd like on this planetary, and starting to hemorrhage a couple of losses. Colossus did get taken out, as well as a couple of these disruptors. So PartinG doesn't really have much, much sustainability in this position. War Prism got taken out a while ago as well.
Yeah, PartinG has
really easily.
PartinG has to calm down. Like you like, despite the position you're in, you need to respect like this tank line. Like, it's still quite terrifying. So yeah, PartinG, he's hemorrhaging a little bit, as you said.
And it's also a lot easier for TY to sort of remax on his desired army than for PartinG to. You know, it takes a while for those Templar to build up their energy. It takes a while to get a Colossus out.
Oh my god, yeah, but once again, the tanks are on siege. They do allow the Stalkers to just blink on top of them.
Just like so, the rest of TY's army is a little bit up north. These DTs really starting to right-click a lot, and they will take out the planetary fortress. TY, he is not looking too good right now.
Yeah, exactly. He is down to 3 base economy, loses 21 SCVs alongside that planetary. And again, like, what does he have with his main army? He lost all of his tanks earlier as well. He does have 3 ghosts.
Yeah, he does still have a larger army right now, about even in the upgrades, but we'll see how he's able to utilize it. A lot of the supply are in these medevacs, are in these Vikings. Neither of which are, particularly effective right now.
Especially when all these medevacs have no energy. Like so many of them just barely have, barely any energy whatsoever. Ooh, does pick off the War Prism.
Yeah, that's definitely a start. Forced to use a scan, forced to land the Vikings. And TY might just about be able to take this if he gets a concave down. Good EMPs. Is TY just about going to be able to make magic happen?
We'll see. I mean, there are a couple of DTs outside of scan range. It looks like the DTs, they force another scan.
And you know what? They do get taken out, but it buys PartinG enough time to get another round of charges here. Get right on top of the bio army at TY. But he's kiting so well, TY is.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, again, PartinG is just relying on gateway units. He has no AoE whatsoever. It's just these zealots and these stalkers.
And eventually TY starts losing a bit of bio, but I mean, look at the losses for PartinG.
Oof, yeah, exactly. PartinG, he's tunnel visioning a little bit. Like, after losing that War Prism, to be fair, that War Prism had 2 disruptors in it. Like, where's the robot production for PartinG? He's banking.
He has another War Prism somewhere. I'm not really sure where it is. He can still produce a pretty scary gateway army to try to swarm the Terran player, but that relies so much on positioning, right? And TY, he's not allowing it to happen. These ghosts are so exposed, do get taken out, and that is the start for PartinG that he needed, but it is far from the end.
Exactly. PartinG needs to take a bit of a breath because, things are escalating quite quickly, and like he needs storms, he needs a Colossus disruptor, he needs something to help support his army. He's just relying on nothing but this. He's trying to brute force his way, and he does take out the planetary.
Nicely done here, but still the main army from TY it can still get a lot done. PartinG, he is looking fantastic economically, but he needs to buy himself a bit more time to get a better army out. Does have a lot of side defense on his more fringe bases, which is really important.
Yeah, definitely. That's really what's keeping him in the game. Oh, yes, he loses another War Prism.
Okay, maybe we are casting patience.
Maybe. PartinG has lost 5 War Prisms this game. Mate. What is... Oh my god. He really wants to compete with patience when it comes to losing the most amount of War Prisms in a single game. Like, Jesus Christ.
He's saying, hey, I heard there was a fun little game now. I need the last War Prisms I want to play.
Oh my god, and now he's got nothing but charge dots, DTs, and Stalker. Scan does get used, that's also getting on top of everything, but is it enough?
Yeah, to be fair, the blink on the DTs did manage to get a bit of a flank there on the bio army, but it's not looking like enough. Just barely able to lose everything here. PartinG is.
Oh my god. Exactly. Like, again, okay, finally PartinG, he takes a step back, he realizes, oh my god, what am I doing right now? I'm almost like allowing TY to get back into this game, almost throwing because of how inefficiently he's trading. He finally starts Colossus production again.
Yeah, nicely done. Again, it will take a while for PartinG to rebuild into this army that he wants to be sort of well-rounded. Does have a couple of disruptors here. See what they can get done.
Yeah,
I like that he's not going for High Templar though.
I was about to say, I like that he's not rebuilding that War Prism because it's more of a chance for TY to like snipe it and have some units within it as well, some units of value. So PartinG, he has to be so careful with that, make sure he doesn't accidentally make a War Prism as he is expanding across the map. Now TY finally looking to push northward, and you were talking about the stack defense. The southern base, it's well defended, not so much when it comes to the northern base.
Which is also incidentally where PartinG is at. Starting to move there. They get a quick little warp in, but will be forced to sort of sacrifice his base. Here come the Temple Colossus, not quite firing where they need to. There's a lot of Marauders with this army.
Exactly.
And TY spreading as best he can. I fear that PartinG might have just too much DPS.
Yeah, I mean, looks like TY, he's getting on top of some of the AoE. Looks like he's going to be able to take out the Disruptors and the Colossus, but there's not enough for the ground army.
GG. PartinG going to be taking this series to the match point. I was almost going to say ace match, but nope. Back to the match point. Well fought there by TY. Got so scrappy towards the end, but PartinG, I mean, he was just looking unassailable with his 6 bases towards the end there.
Oh yeah, definitely. GG. Again, PartinG, he was trying to brute force it a little bit at the end there, because he knew how ahead he was. He's like, yo, I got this. I'm gonna try and end the game. The problem is that he didn't, and that kept going. It kept going for a bit. So he almost threw it there towards the end, but in the end, he did end up getting that AoE. He got a more well-rounded army, and he was able to close it out. And this is crazy. Mate, PartinG is up 2-0.
I guess you were right, Light. I guess PartinG did remember his match against TY at the start of the year and decides, you know what? I have not forgotten Taeyang. In that specific tone of voice.
Exactly. And now we are getting ready for game number 3. It is going to be on Pillars of Gold. And this game, I thought it would be the other way around, honestly. Like, this could be the last game. PartinG could 3-0.
He very much could. It's looking like a possibility here. And to be fair, as the series went on, game number 2 definitely a lot closer to game number 1. So we'll see if this trend continues, or if PartinG will secure his qualification here into DreamHack Last Chance. And I love it looking at chat right now. We got a lot of PartinG fans in. Give him your energy. He only needs one more map to qualify for the main event.
Exactly. This is it. This is the qualifying match, the best of 5. And it would be insane if he does so over someone like TY. Again, TY considered to be the best Terran player at the moment worldwide, not just in Korea. Again, he's just won, what, 2 GSLs already this year. He's the best performing Terran by far. And for PartinG to be up 2-0, like, this is insane.
Absolutely insane. Oh boy. And I really don't know what to expect here. Is this where PartinG says, you know what, I'm ahead. I'm just gonna try something, maybe a 4-gate blink, maybe maybe something else involving DTs, but being a little bit more secret of them. Or is this where TY just turns it around?
Maybe, you know, like TY, he did ask for a bit of a break, which is why it took us a little bit to get into this game, and I'm sure he needed it to kind of recollect a little bit to think about it. Yeah, everyone needed it, as this is potentially his final game. Like, this is it. He needs to bring it back right here, right now.
And we'll see if he's able to do that here on Pillars of Gold. LE holding up the rest of the current map pool, also LE. We're in the top right-hand corner, map spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner. The blue Protoss player coming down from South Korea, currently teamless. We have the big boy himself. Give him your energy. His sugar bears in the chat. We have PartinG.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold, LE, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran. He is the highest performing Terran in all the world. He is representing a freak of freaks, down 0-2 in this best of 5. This could be it for him. It is TY.
And real quick, while we're at the start of the game, nice little eBay block. Thank you very much, Hornsley, for the 4-month resub.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry we didn't get to mention it earlier.
Much going on that game.
there was. I apologize. Thank you so much for the sub. Hope you enjoy your quacks, Hornsley. Really appreciate the support. And oh boy, our eyes have to be on TY right now, you know? What does he do this game? He's been switching things up. He went for a 2-1-1. He went for a bit of like a single Widowmine and Marine drop, and just nothing has really been working out for him. Like, he needs to do something here, something different.
Well, it starts with an eBay block, so at least keeping that consistent.
It does start with an eBay block, but that didn't really help him out last time, you know? Like, despite that, PartinG was still able to have that economic advantage. We'll see what comes out here for TY if he switches things up, if he goes for something a little bit more standard. Like, again, I'm surprised we haven't seen a Widowmine drop, you know? Like, that's typically what we see in this matchup in TVP.
Show me the minds, TY. He might be looking at PartinG and sort of thinking, okay, it's PartinG we're talking about. He is one of the fastest Protoss players throughout StarCraft 2 history. He is really renowned for his micro and his positioning. Maybe just doesn't want to risk that and instead finding a cheaper form of being able to scout. Going for the reacted Hellions this time.
Okay, interesting, and this makes sense because we do have a proxy starport, so we've seen this before. It does seem like TY wants to go for a bit of a Hellion drop into the main base, I would imagine. You know, we'll keep an eye on this starport to see if, I don't know, maybe a tech lab gets thrown down for a proxy Banshee or something of that sort. Yeah,
a world of possibilities at his fingertips there. This Hellion is starting to get low, but not low enough. Oh, Zealot coming in, Zealot coming out.
Yeah, the Zealot unfortunately shouldn't be able to do too much, but you know, here comes the Stalker to help reinforce.
And this is just delaying TY's build order for so long. PartinG switching things up this game.
Oh yeah, going for a Stargate opener.
Yeah, we'll see what that can really accomplish here. Stalker does get taken out. Zealot will be taken out as well. Hellions are very badly bruised, but the important thing is TY's natural base got delayed for so long. He's rallying the Phoenix late.
Oh, he is rallying the Phoenix. Oh my god. We'll see if he's going to be able to spot this drop. If somehow he's able to, that's just going to completely shut this down and put TY so far behind. He has to do something with these Hellions, with this medevac.
And we'll see. Might just, decide to just boost through his Phoenix.
Oh my god.
Something along those lines. Sorry, coming in.
Oh no, he doesn't go in.
It's not in position. It is not in position anymore.
Oh my god, he misses it completely.
I barely see it. Now he sees it, moves in with the Phoenix. And this is looking scary for TY.
Oh my god, one of the Hellions does get lifted up. Meanwhile, all the probes are lining up a little bit.
Yeah, try to fight with them. One more volley and only 4 probes taken out so far, 5 of them. And okay, decent damage here for TY. Not quite as much as he would have perhaps liked to have gotten, but it's, again, decent damage.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that he needs to get done, especially because, as you just pointed out, his natural was delayed earlier, even was misplaced. Oh my god. But we do see PartinG as a result, like he isn't too far ahead in terms of the economy, only ahead by 1 worker. Oh.
Yeah, he knew he could tank a shot with the Phoenix, so yeah, just getting the Stalker's position there. Actually moving across the map with that badly damaged Phoenix. That's a bit of a risk that he's taken.
Yeah, definitely.
He may as well. Oh, and that's why it's a risk.
Yeah, did end up losing that Phoenix, but he is able to pick up one of the Widow Mines.
Yeah, might be able to pick out 2 of them. If you can lift up this building SCV, doesn't even need to, just takes it out. PartinG really starting to evenize, I don't think that's the word. Equalize, yeah, the worker damage. I mean, not like he was behind, he's still ahead, but he's just making sure that he can continue to be ahead. Trying to get some friendly fire there, but not going to be the case.
Yeah, not in the end. Meanwhile, you know, PartinG, he's just rallying across the map. He's just pumping out more and more units, just trying to snowball from here, and he kind of is. Like, he's taking out more and more of these Widow Mines. Yeah,
in all honesty, TY a little bit flustered.
The bunker hasn't finished.
The bunker has not finished.
Oh my god. Man,
he's managed to take out 8 probes across the map, but is it going to be worth it?
Yeah. Is it going to be worth it? That's the question, because now both players are forced to be on 1 base economy. That Banshee did go across the map, but there is a defensive Phoenix which will eventually deal with it. Meanwhile, PartinG, like, it's going to be so difficult for him to finally push down and establish his natural.
I'm in awe right now. Like, my mouth is wide open at this contain that PartinG has been able to do.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, kind of flustered in the defense. Like, TY, he was scrambling a little bit. He never resumed the bunker to be complete because of that. All the Marines were being focused on, and when they all fell, most of the Widow Mines had already fallen as well. And yeah, again, now just still forced here on 1 base. Again, whatever comes out of this starport is going to go down to the Phoenixes.
Yeah, TY, I mean, still trying to sort of take his chances here, get a Raven out, and, you know, hope that to God that he can move that back to his base before it gets taken out. But again, that's hard to imagine. Oh, Phoenixes fly home. No, 1 Phoenix flies home.
Oh, 1 Phoenix does go home. Oh, it looks like the Banshee, or a second Banshee, has snuck into the main base of PartinG. There is a shield battery, so it looks like it won't deal too much damage.
Yeah, Overcharge really going to be securing that. Cloak was never researched here for TY. Didn't quite have the resources to spare on it.
Yeah, and in the end, the Raven was cancelled, so it looks like, regardless, this starport will be dealt with. Or will it? Looks like TY is pushing out.
Yeah, I like the idea of trying to distract the Stalkers by, you know, continuing to pretend that starport was producing, but PartinG, he's got eyes everywhere on the map.
Exactly. He sees all, and it looks like this starport will go out. Will the medevac be able to come out just in time? Oh, God.
Just barely, and it boosts away into... Okay, the
Stalkers.
Phoenixes aren't actually here. Into more Stalkers. And boosts out. That's the medevac taken out, and yeah, it's not looking too good for TY whatsoever. The mines do manage to borrow, though, and it buys him a bit of breathing room. But this push is just that much weakened.
Well, you have to be so careful, right? Like, there are so many Widow Mines with this attack, and TY is pushing across the map. PartinG, he does spot it, and he's trying to pick away at it. Ooh, does get 1 Widow Mine.
Yeah, so I guess he's able to take out, you know, 1 bit of AoE at a time. It is definitely going to be going his favor. TY, he's got bigger army supply right now, but you got to keep in mind, a lot of them are in things like these tanks, which can pretty easily be picked off, just like so.
Exactly. 1 of the tanks does fall. Only 2 tanks remaining, and 1 single Widow Mine.
TY going for a bit of a Hail Mary play, but in all honesty, working out really well for him. And I do like the logic he's going for here as well. He's starting to secure his anti-air, make sure the Phoenixes can come in to pick up any of the tanks, and get a couple of bunkers, which Phoenixes, funnily enough, also can't lift.
But it doesn't even finish. He picks up the SCV before the missile turret finishes.
And that's definitely a start here for PartinG. But he's going to be in quite a bit of trouble. Thermaland's going to be finishing up very soon. I guess PartinG a little bit more opportunity.
Yeah,
that missile turret does finish up.
It does finish up. The bunker does not. There are no more SCVs out here across the map. This is all that TY has. And now with these missile stars, it will be a little bit more difficult for these Phoenixes to really do too much, to really CC those tanks. They can essentially do so once, and then they're committed to the engagement.
Yeah, with all the anti-air coming around and TY continuing to rally across the map, could reach a point eventually where TY is gonna be a little bit unassailable right now.
Oh yeah,
the just sheer amount of tanks he's got.
Definitely. Like PartinG, he's scrambling to get the defenses that he needs. He's actually taking up, getting a Templar Archives. He's getting charged as well. It's still quite some time before that finishes up, and now some SCVs have joined this position once again, looking to throw down some bunkers.
Yeah, throwing in bunkers, get repairs up. Is there anything that these SCVs can't do?
Nothing, mate. They can do whatever they want. Luckily, it looks like these Phoenixes. Oh no! Okay. They just barely managed to stay alive. They're so crucial to help pick away at the reinforcements because there's just so much coming across the map for TY.
Yeah, it's a similar philosophy to using stalkers, but this time you lift them. It takes a little bit longer and it's a little bit more finicky, but hey, that's a unit that's out of commission for a little bit.
I think what's important to note is that PartinG, he has finished Charge. Charge just finished up. He also has his Templar Archive, so now he has a couple of Archons as well. Is this going to be enough to break this position though? Like, because of all the stacked defense, he's going for it.
Yeah, going to try anyway. The armor runners to these bunkers, so they don't do too much damage over here. Phoenix is getting lifted off, or tanks are getting lifted off by Phoenixes. Sorry, Phoenixes don't lift off. And the Archons really absorbing a lot of damage. Here come the bio reinforcements. This fort position does get taken out here for TY. Second Colossus is going to be joining the mix.
Yeah,
and TY, I mean, he's still got these two tanks to fall back to. And the Colossus does go down for PartinG.
Exactly, one Colossus does fall, but you know what? Only one tank remaining, and it looks like TY, he has to give up this position. The tank does fall.
And now it's time for the hot pickup micro, the Warp Prism micro, with this Colossus chasing away all of this entire bio. And as you said, like, a lot of the SCVs were used up a little bit earlier on.
Jesus Christ.
So much.
PartinG, please stop putting high-tech units in your War Prism. Like, so often it falls, but this time he was able to keep his Colossus alive.
As well as his Immortal. They are so low in health, though. TY making a lot happen with very little here. Starter stepping these Marines to the best he can.
Yeah, definitely. And as all this was happening, TY, he has been able to expand. He did throw down his third CC. And with this, we should see TY like soar ahead in terms of the economy, now up one base. Meanwhile, PartinG, like he's still stuck on these two bases. To be fair, he does not have two Colossus. Maybe there's an opportunity here for PartinG to push out across the map.
Yeah, it really depends on how PartinG decides to play this out. Either try to macro out of this, go for a third base, or just try to equalize the damage here.
Yeah, and it looks like it is that third base option for PartinG. He is looking to expand, but of course TY will already have that advantage going for him. His third was so much faster, and now PartinG, he does have the army supply advantage. We'll see if he's going to be able to utilize that. Again, there is only, I believe, one tank here defensively for TY.
And while it might not do too much damage, it can definitely be a bit of a fallback point, right, for TY to go back into. PartinG not really going to be dealing with a tank on the high ground. Doesn't want to underestimate just how effective those volleys can be.
Oh yeah, definitely. We do have a second tank that's about to join the fray as well, so the longer this goes on, the better it is for TY to muster a defense here.
The storms are in the Warp Prism light.
Oh god, that they are.
Start to push in. That's a pretty good storm. Another nice little storm here. Gets a lot of zoning done and does take out a decent chunk of the bio. And out of third base, it is forfeit.
Exactly, and you know what? Decent chunk of the bio went down. 18, 19 SCVs have gone down as well, and there's still two storms.
PartinG, he has been waiting for his moment. He has been holding this for the entire year. And just like that, in a clean 3-0, PartinG is going to be qualifying for the main event for DreamHack Last Chance. I cannot believe what I just witnessed, like.
GG. PartinG 3-0'd TY. Mate, what world are we living in?
What is this, 2014?
Oh my god. Also, our mistake. I didn't notice that he actually lifted up and landed his main base as his third TC. He didn't have a third TC ready. My mistake. I did miss that. But again, so impressive by PartinG. Like, he 3-0'd TY. What is happening?
I don't even know, like, you know what happened? The Sugar Bears came in.
That's exactly it. PartinG, his supporters came into the chat. They gave him his energy, the energy that he needed to really take it to the best Terran player in the world. And with that, PartinG, he doesn't just win the series, he qualifies for the main event for DreamHack Last Chance.